Everybody out there, just wondering if you guys are in the Midwest and looking outside like I am and thinking about how the snow is piling up. Okay, wait, hold on. How's everybody thinking about the white stuff falling from the sky? Because I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I'm a little I don't know. We'll see here. Let's see. I'm gonna share it to my personal page. This is all. I'll get better at it. I used to. I used to be really good and fast at this. I don't know if anyone wants to make a comment if you're on, that I can see the chat. Let's see. See if it'll do it in here. Okay. Multi-stream. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting messages from my mom to help shovel the snow. Because, you know, they don't let's see. Oh, gotta love it. You gotta love it. My you just gotta love it. Alright, so now hopefully I'll get some people on here to talk to. I was able to move my office around yesterday. It took me quite some time because it was a mess. We're gonna throw that out there. I had not been in here, and if you've ever had like a room where it's just constant drop, you know, fams, I'm on live. I'm live. My mom and my niece, so if you don't know me, I have 4 boys and 1 girl, and one of the boys he's in a different state, so he doesn't come in town, move back in town until February. And the other ones are here, and they say, my niece just said we can pick up the kids from my house, the boys from my house, to do them, because, you know, they're boys and they get to do all that fun stuff. And my mom just said, well, we can pick up the muscle from the Rodriguez house. So yeah, that's fun. That they need to. My boys, they need to. But there is nothing wrong with having the girls come and also shovel the snow, because before we go outside and shovel the snow, I am doing all of my Christmas moving decorations around, and I've let them sleep in, so I'm going to probably let them sleep in for another half hour before I start walking around with a bullhorn and saying it's time for you guys to get up and help me move some furniture so we can put up the tree. And it's been a few years, so one thing I want to talk about is depression. Now, I am going to throw out some things on Walgreens. The new way Walgreens is running their prescriptions is the most inefficient and unhealthy way you possibly can. So you know what? I'm going to get rid of this because I don't like it. Okay. And I am going to make this a little bit bigger. Oop. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Come on. Okay. And I am, let's see here. Let's group this. Let's group. And we're, oop. There we go. Oh, what just happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, I've seen. Okay. There we go. And I need to move this. Performance mode. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. I am trying to figure out how to do this. It is taking me a minute. I don't know how to make it so the virtual mode, maybe if somebody else knows how to knows how to help me fix this. So that it is working. Working a little bit better because so I can get even the chat, because I can't get the chat, which sucks. and I am making sure that this is all going. I used to be really good at this. I need to really figuring it out a little more. Chatting cam, maybe all this is. Oh, there we go, but that is not what I wanted. So we're doing all sorts of fun stuff, and it's interesting. Let's see if full screen what that does. My screen. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I have to do a little more research on this whole thing. But okay, so Walgreens, they're no longer filling in with the filling the prescriptions at the store. So they send them out to a distribution center. The distribution center sends them back to the store. But what happens is they get lost on the truck, or they get they have issues with not having it in the distribution center, and so then, like in my case, I ordered it on Wednesday to have it there on Friday, and I couldn't do it before Wednesday because of my insurance. So I then waited, and I went Friday to go pick it up, and I didn't get it because it didn't come on the truck in time. It was missing or something like that. And this is a type of medication where you cannot just go off of it. There is withdrawals, and they're not pleasant withdrawals at all. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be strong, and I am going to be, I'm going to make it through this. And they're like, well, it's not going to be here till Monday. Okay. I'll do this. I can do this. This is very, possible. And, I got it, I got it. And I was strong. So by Sunday, I was feeling really crappy of the withdrawals, and my body was hurting, and I was feeling like I was going to throw up. So I called then, but I'm like, all right, Monday, 10 o'clock, they said it was going to be there. So I called it Monday at 10 o'clock. It's not there. The truck is running late. Well, what time is it going to be there? Well, the truck should be here by 1. Okay? 10, 11, 12, 3 hours. I gave birth to twins. I can do 3 hours. 1 o'clock, it still wasn't there. I was so angry. I called, and I was full withdrawal symptoms. And I said, I need to know exactly when this is going to be. If you have to follow that truck on the way here, I need to know. Well, between 3 and 5. I was like, you better make sure by 5 o'clock that truck is here with my medication, because this is not medication you can just go without. And if you thought it was going to be this long, that you should have sent me to a different Walgreens, and I would have gone to that Walgreens. Well, it came at 5. So then I had another medication. No, this is control substance. So the substance, is, they're very strict on it. And I said, hold on, I want to make sure I'm looking at the camera. So then I said, they said that it was back ordered. And I said, okay, well, I will wait for a week or so. I mean, it's something that it doesn't have withdrawal symptoms, but I need it to be very productive. I can go without for, a couple days. And, well, 15 days later, I look on and they said that they have it, but they canceled my prescription because it's a controlled substance, and it's been 15 days since I picked it up. So I'm like, I've had enough of this. This is just a bunch of baloney. And I have now switched my pharmacy because Walgreens, I used to love you. I used to go to every single, you were my preferred pharmacy. I would pick my stuff up at your at your store. I never had any problems. Your prescriptions were, on time. I could just go through the drive-through. I was perfect, which I have social anxiety now, so going into a store sometimes is a lot. I've now switched. I've gone to a different pharmacy, and I am done. And this is not just something that's new to me, but I am right now in a program for depression and anxiety, partly because of the lack of my medication and having withdrawals. It never kicked in. So it caused my anxiety and depression to flare to the point where nothing was, it wasn't working, no matter what I did. And going with other things with Joe and his health, and this is now an ongoing thing, which we will talk on another day about FND. I'm going to do a little bit of research on that, and I'll have some diagrams and whatnot of what's been going on. And everyone else there has said that they have had issues, which has caused an uptake in these programs to help people with depression and anxiety, because the medications aren't in the store to help them. So I hope Walgreens changes their whole policy or how their program is going, because yes, it may be saving you money, but you are going to be losing it in customers, non-stop losing it in customers. And I am one that you now have lost. And I will tell people. And I remember when I worked in retail. So I worked in retail, very long time ago. And I said, and I always heard that when you have a bad interaction with the customer, they tell 11 people. If they have a good interaction, they tell 1. Well, guess what? That was before social media. So you have a bad reaction for one person, they're going to tell, they could tell millions online. You have a good reaction, they might tell 5 or 10, because people aren't going to click and say, oh yeah, this is a great interaction, as fast as they are going to click of, yeah, they didn't have my medication, so I ended up in the hospital. But which is what happened. I didn't end up in a hospital, but I have to go now to a hospital program where they have to watch my body and my blood pressure, and they have to watch my my anxiety and my depression and make sure that I don't flare up, because that's kind of how it goes. And it is starting to be winter, so it is not easy to get outside. And when you don't get outside and you have anxiety and depression, it gets even worse to control it. So I'm telling you, Walgreens, you need to change your policies and your way you are doing things, because you are going to lose a lot of patients. And one other thing I heard, I don't know out there because I don't go to Walmart, but like certain prescriptions, if you go to Walmart for, they make you then pay for a visit. Now, if I'm wrong, please tell me, so that you can get your prescription, because your doctor giving you a prescription isn't enough. You have to prove to them for them to give it to you. Now, for the people that have to go to Walgreens and that's their only option for a pharmacy, I think that's absolutely baloney. That is not okay, where a store gets to choose what your doctor gives you. That's the same as the insurance company chooses what prescription and what procedure that your doctor needs to save your life. That's a whole nother issue. But who are these people at Walgreens? Are they MDs? Are they nurse practitioners? Or are they just pharmacists that have to ask you a bunch of questions? None of your business what type of prescriptions that you get. I know that there is a list for certain opioids because of the opioid crisis, but that is what is required by the government. I don't know any other pharmacy that says you have to have you have to have an appointment to get your prescription. So I will not be going to Walmart, because I don't think it's Walmart's business to know what prescriptions that I get, other than, all right, you see you have all these prescriptions. Well, this one might interact with that one. That's your job. That's not, you don't get to choose whether or not I deserve to get that prescription. That's not okay. All right, well, now that I've had that rant, I am going to go and put up my Christmas decorations, and I will speak with you all again soon, maybe after my things are put up, after I go bullhorn my kids to come help me. So I will see you guys later, and I will keep coming on here just for 15, 20 minutes, half hour, and just kind of giving you the lowdown. And soon there will be some very funny stories of my children and wrestling and being best buds. All right, you guys, well, so a smile is contagious, so contaminate just as many as possible, and live your life to the fullest. Talk to you